Hey guys, Ben from Blues Roulette. Let me ask you a couple of questions. At the start of 2019, how well did you think you were going to do? And looking back on the year that was 2019, how well did you actually do? Hoodoo coco. In my very humble opinion, there are three main things that stop most artists progressing in the industry. The first one is not having a great EPK. EPK is electronic press kit. The first problem that everyone's going to have, every musician and every artist is going to have, is that it's too expensive to put an EPK together. When someone books you for a show, whether it's a corporate or a festival or whatever, you know, when they come up with their budget, they're kind of, a part of that budget essentially is, in paying you, is for content to help them promote their festival. A bio, images, and when I say images, essentially you need two images, a landscape and a portrait, right? So a up one and a side one, and then you need two versions of both, one low res for social medias and one high res for print. So there's those, the bio, the 4 images, which are really 2 images, and then some kind of video content. You're probably going to find that a half decent EPK is going to set you back somewhere between, you know, $600-700 and maybe $1,500, $2,000. Now, yes, that's a lot of money if you've got no money and you're a starving artist. But, you know, the $2,000 Strat that you're playing was a lot of money, but you found it. You need to have an EPK with a little video in it that excites people about you as a product and you as a band, so that that festival that's just sent you a paycheck has got content to help promote the event, so that, you know, they're happy seeing value in what you're charging them. In an EPK, it would be great to see video content that is, you know, video like produced content, and video content that's some form of live recording. And if they could be both the same thing, that would be nice too. As a matter of course, they're promoting you and your content, your music. And, you know, when you create an EPK, you have the ability to control that content and to control the video of you. So you can basically tell people out in the world who you are and what you are just by creating a great EPK and then handing it on to somebody who's in a position to talk to more people and show more people who you are. It's like number one. Super, super important. So the second thing that I think you need to be able to succeed at anything is having a metric for success or failure. Now, whether you did 150 gigs in 2019 and in 2020 you want to do 200 gigs, right, well, that's an extra gig a week. Where do I get that gig a week from? If it's, well, I earned $30,000 this year and it cost me $20,000 to earn that $30,000, so I actually earned $10,000. How do I, you know, lower my costs so that without doing any more work, essentially I earn more money? That's fine too. It's really easy to get lost and feel like you're just going in circles, and because you don't know. You don't have a number or, like I said, a metric to look back on to have a sense of success or failure. So do yourself a favour and find one, pick one, and try to stick with it all the way through the year. Because if you get halfway through the year and then decide you want to record an album, that's fine, but it's going to totally skew everything else if you're not careful. So yeah, just getting clear about what you want to achieve and how to achieve it, and how to measure that achievement is super important. Number 3 is branding. Now, I don't mean branding like your logo and the t-shirts and the whatever. I mean really understanding what it is that your band is saying or selling, and trying to line that up with festivals and events and promoters. You know, booking an obnoxiously loud rock blues band at a folk festival, it's not going to work, you know, and everyone's going to hate it. So not doing that is actually where it's at. So understanding your brand, understanding what the product is and what the service is that you're trying to provide a venue or a festival or whatever it is that you're trying to do with your product, so that everybody, it's all, you know, it all runs in the same vibe and everybody is benefiting from everybody else as a part of that whole, you know, thing. Now, if you don't understand or don't have a strong idea about what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve, then you sort of just do all the gigs and you end up in this big tailspin. You get really frustrated because there isn't a sense of moving forward, because there's just a sense of doing stuff. It might be because the story that you're trying to tell hasn't been developed very well or well enough, or hasn't been developed and hasn't been lined up with the right artists, the right festivals and the right bookers. So just trying to get a handle on your brand or your story, hugely important. And, you know, take a look at it, think about it. So that's the three things that I think a lot of artists that are getting frustrated are kind of struggling with. If you think that I've forgotten something or I've missed something or there's something that's even more important, you know, comment below, let us know. If you want to chat to me about anything or you want me to clarify anything, get at me on Instagram or Facebook, Blues Roulette. You'll find me, you'll get me. Comment below, I'll see them. We're all in this sort of boat together, so, you know, pitch in, see if you can't help each other out. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Keep yelling, kid.
And action.
Without understanding what you're trying to do. No, that's a total that kid screaming in the background was
Really annoying.
yeah. I've got a dog sitting on my foot. I don't know who Billy is. Last night was epic. Oh, you, Billy. Are you Billy? Are you?